Hey, it's Keith from Outlaw Speed Shop, and welcome to the 2020 Top 5 videos. So these are the top 5 videos based off of views on my channel. I don't necessarily agree with them, but it is what it is, and it's based off of actual views for actually this year. So coming in at number 5. Believe it or not, it was the Batman Challenge video from Devil's Details Diecast. I started with this Thunderbird, and I thought I didn't like this one at all because I ended up redoing it, and that one also made the top 5. I didn't like the way it came out. I mean, it came out pretty good, but I started with a decent casting, and I actually think the original looks much better. But again, who am I to judge based on views? And I kind of went. The goal was to create something that never was, as far as a Batmobile, and I just kind of went crazy with it. It did come out good with the two-tone paint and the jetpacks and everything else, but again, I wasn't completely 100% happy with it. So, but number 4 of my top 5 videos was actually the one I did after that one. I thought I could get some redemption, so I took an actual Batmobile casting and I played around with some different ideas, and I kind of just went with some slotted aluminum rims that came off of a 55 gasser. I did some modifying to the body to get the rear tires to fit, and you know, this to me was a little bit of a redemption. Granted, it wasn't within the scope of the project when it came to creating something that never was. Obviously, I'm using the actual casting, so but it was just one of those things. I kind of wanted to do this, and I mean, I like the way this one came out, but it was just one of those ones that I felt like I had to redo it. And as much as I like the the black Batmobile, I kind of just put my own take on what I thought it would look like if Hot Wheels had done it back, when Batman was on the air. And that's kind of when I kind of made up my own rules. And I'll have links down below in the description to every one of these videos if you guys want to check them out if you haven't seen them. That way you can kind of judge for yourself. Maybe, and again, I don't necessarily agree with the top 5. But what's funny is my top 5 videos, if I had to pick mine, the ones that I enjoyed the most, they didn't even come close to doing anything remotely close to what the top 5 were based on views. So it goes to show you, just because you like something doesn't mean other people are going to like it. And trying to figure out what the hell the YouTube universe wants is just one of those things. You'll go crazy trying to figure it out. If you notice, I'm kind of all over the place. I'll do hot rod, I'll do a truck, I'll do a complete custom, I'll do a post-apocalyptic. I kind of do whatever I feel like doing, it whatever strikes me, I guess you could say, at that particular time. I've done a few restorations, but very few. I'm not a restoration guy. I just never really got into it. I mean, I've done a few and I'll still do more, but there's guys out there that do it much better than me, and to be honest with you, I find it kind of boring to just take something apart, paint it, put it back together. It just doesn't really do it for me. But it is what it is, and to each their own. But again, what people like and what I like are obviously two different things. So I ended up going with a Spectra Flame red. I added some 1/8 tubing for the exhaust. I changed the hood around, highlighted stuff. I mean, it came out really good. I enjoyed this, and I'm kind of glad this one made the list. But it was definitely more along what I would have envisioned myself doing and what Mattel could have possibly done back in the day. So number 3 on my top 5 list is Deep Junk Garage's Race Car Challenge. This is again based off of views. So I had a Monte Carlo, and the goal here was to kind of create a shop vehicle that you would race at the track on a weekend. And it could have been anything you wanted. I picked this Monte Carlo. I've been dying at the time. I had been dying to do one. Plastic base, metal body, stupid wheels, and this is kind of what I ended up with. This is still in my possession, but this one's going to William Robinson if I ever ship it. I've got a big box for him, and I just haven't shipped it yet. I've got a few more projects to do for him, so but all the rest of them actually I still have, and they'll be up for sale, believe it or not, on my website, which I never promote. It's outlawspeedshop.com, links down below. But this one came out good. It was fun. I had a great time, and it was just one of those fun projects. You know, sometimes you hit it right and you have a project that's just really enjoyable to do, and this was one of them. Number 2 on the top 5 list. This one was a blast to do. It's a mashup between a Nomad and a Bone Shaker. Primarily a Nomad, and I pretty much cut the nose off the Nomad and put the nose from the Bone Shaker on it to a degree, and I had a lot of fun with this one as well. This came out really good. I didn't do anything with the paint. I buffed it and polished it, but other than that, I changed the wheels, I extended the wheelbase, I put the entire nose from the Bone Shaker on the front, and again, I just did a lot of detail painting. But this was fun. I definitely, this is the kind of build I enjoy doing, is just making something that just isn't. And I've done a few of them, but I plan to do more in 2021 because they're just really fun. Time consuming, but fun. So my favorite from 2020 is I did a 1/24 scale Postapocalyptic GTX. And this was a 2-part video, and I pretty much bought it I think I got it at Toys R Us. Toys R Us. Wow, it's at the way back at Walmart. But I pretty much took it. I left the wheels, and I left the body pretty much as is. But I mashed it up with a Warhammer tank and some other components. That tank right there from Tamiya, and I just had a blast. This is so time consuming at this scale because you can put so much stuff on there. You don't know when to stop, but I had so much fun doing this one. I definitely want to hit some more 1/24 scale. You know, obviously it's a little bit more expensive than doing the Hot Wheels. So, and time consuming wise, to be able to try to get videos out, it's tough. But this was the final project. And I just had so much fun doing this. It's Petty Blue. And then I get some different butternut yellow doors, and then everything's been weathered with rust effects and the salt painting, and all kinds of different stuff. I just had so much. I know I've said it like 5 times already, but I did have a blast doing this. And at this scale, there's so many things you can do that the possibilities are endless. And again, this is probably something I wouldn't mind doing more of, is the 1/24 scale. And I actually have a truck that I started. I haven't finished, if you guys been following me. But again, it's time consuming, so trying to get them out in time for like a weekly video is real tough. So but again, well worth it, and that was my favorite. 2020, I also I got rid of Patreon, and I just moved all my subscription stuff to YouTube because it's easier for me, and I think it's easier for everybody. So just a cheap, shameless plug. If you guys are interested, I do have a subscription-based service that you can subscribe to. So, finally, the #1 video based off of views for 2020. General Lee versus General Grant. I did two Dodge Chargers. I did one up as a General Lee, like it's been beat to hell to a degree. And then the General Grant, I went crazy and clear coated it and did everything to it. When I sell these up on the website, they will be a pair. They will go as a pair. I will not break them up, just because that's what I want to do. But this was fun. I got the decals from Kenny Terry. I told him I wanted to do the General Grant, and he was all over it. And we had a good time doing this. This project, I'm kind of glad is #1 because it was one of my favorites for 2020. I wouldn't say it's my top one, obviously, but it's certainly up there. So to see it at #1 and have gotten the most views for the year, I'm really, really psyched. So again, it was kind of I mean, it's obviously not accurate. I wasn't trying to be, but I took creative freedom, and I had fun with it, and I did both of them at the same time. Again, all the video links will be down below. But yeah, this was a good build, and it was just one of those ones when you start something. If any of you guys who customize, you start something right away. As you start doing it, you're like, yeah, this is going to work. That doesn't happen often, but when it does, this was a direct effect of that vision actually coming to reality. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.